Alright, The Adventures of the Runaway Room Investigations, Part 1. Bum, bum. Load. Spooky. Adventures of the Runaway Room.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident, "I believe that perhaps that case was indeed
The prelude.
the beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together."
Bum, bum. We're here, we're in London.
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Yeah.
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
Brian's Cocoa, the best in London.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure.
It's so weird to hear voice acting.
I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Woo! Okay, that's kind of cool. Dun. February 18th, 1921 a.m. British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice Office. They're like, oh my god, what an incredible place. It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. There's some stone buildings like that in Japan now, of course, but they've only been built in the few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this is quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the differences than just the construction materials. There's a style. What is this place again? This is the Lord Chief Justice Office, Naruhodo-san. It's the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. We had instructions to report here at this time if circumstances were different. We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. But Kazuma can't. No. So instead, we are here in a different capacity. As envoys to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death. Yeah. And having delivered his or her message and having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. So, would have to return to Japan. If we want to remain here in Great Britain, I have to take Izuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour. Yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer, which is what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain, it's Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here, to have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London. I hope I'm up to the scratch. Ah, good morning. Sorry for keeping you. I know what he looks like. Yeah! What's his name in this one, though? Oh. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. Humph. Seems that 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. My apologies. Oh no! Don't mention it. We are never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do. How fortunate. So, introductions. I am Male Strongheart. Ooh, Male Strongheart. What's his name? Oh god, it was Vortex. Vortex in the fan translation. But they both mean the same thing. They're both like hurricanes-ish. Maelstrom, Male Strongheart. Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. I feel a little mouse under an elephant's foot. Come on, Mr. Naruhodo-san, don't be a mouse. Oh, it's an honor with a U to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I am Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Yes, thank you. Oh, I can examine his stuff. Ooh. This must be the Lord Chief Justice's desk. I believe it's made of marble. Looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me. I think that's your fanciful imagination at work again, Mr. Naruhodo. I feel like everything's that normally made of wood and paper at home. It's made of bricks and stone here. I know. That's why this place feels so overbearing, I'm sure. Bum, 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 bum. Just look at all the naughty books packed together on these shelves. They go from floor to ceiling. They're all books that couldn't have hoped to come in Japan. It's like a dream. Yes, a very bad dream. They're not all about British law either. They're books about the judicial system of other Western nations. France, Germany, Spain, Poland. What about Russia? Why do you ask? I was wondering about asking the Lord Chief Justice how you say wardrobe in Russian. What do you think? I think perhaps it's a thought best abandoned. Look at that night. Look at these menacing metal giants facing each other across the room. I believe they are, yes, they're suits of armor with a U. Oh, right. I thought maybe they were like the lion dogs we have in Japan guarding shrine gates. No, not at all. In fact, in Europe, suits of armor with a U like these are always possessed by evil spirits, you know? Wait a minute. And they roam around in the middle of the night. Really? Is there nothing you don't know, Miss Suzuta? This book tells me everything I need to know about everything. If you're unsure, just ask. Where did she get this incredible tome? Is this some kind of clock? Actually, I think we might be inside some sort of giant clock. But those gears are larger than anything you'll find on steam locomotives even. It's eerie. Do you think clocks are some sort of hobby of his? The Lord Chief Justice, I mean. Well, boys do enjoy fiddling around with machines, don't they? I'm not sure you can fiddle with cogs that size, and I'm certain you couldn't call him a boy. Still, it's amazing how little noise the cogs make, considering how large they are. There's actually something quite soothing about their precise rhythm. Is that everything? Hello. So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? Oh, help! I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh? We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say, I'm almost lost for words. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We're spearheaded every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Oh, yes, astounded is the word. Thanks for saving me there, Shizuto-san. And everyone seems to be so jolly and full of vigor with you. Yes, there's much excitement about the upcoming great exhibition we will be hosting here in London. Great exhibition? Cultural and technological advancements from around the globe are to be exhibited here in our great city. It will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history. It will make Paris World Fair look like a toy shop. Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be. Great Britain's capital is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the world, of the modern world. Yet if you do say so yourself, the sun will never set on our great empire. Perhaps it is fate that in the progressive times we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun. Wow, that's kind of poetic. Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of law from the study tour, weren't you? Absolutely. Mr. Kazuma Sogi, if my memory serves. That's right. The British government has already telegraphed a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. That's amazing. The news reached him before we even arrived. My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you. And you're honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news. Yes. We are here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person. They tell me Japanese are people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that it's true. And it's with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means the study tour arrangement can no longer proceed. If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart. What do you have to say, madame? It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal. What do you know? Well, Mr. Naruhodo, this is it then, the moment of truth. Continuing the study tour. Oh, whoa, I almost... The thing is, Lord Justice, Lord Strongheart, I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead. Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. Without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Sogi. At least that's what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all. I just can't seem to find the right words to say to this man. Mr. Naruhodo! I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I gonna say? If there's someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer, it's me. It's me. I can do it. Is that so? I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but no qualifications, you say, and yet you still claim to be a lawyer. I've acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. And I had Kazumi to help me, and I was the accused. Glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learned all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Burra. The voyage from Japan in some 50 days, I believe. Not what you would might call full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training. I realize it's for too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Sogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. That I have what it takes. Any test you can care to set to me. Just one chance, that's all I'm asking for. Please. 31 seconds. Sorry? Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo, was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say. Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer. Oh, thanks. So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm here for entertainment. Huh? But let me ask you one thing first, sir. Yes? You say you intend to do everything Mr. Sogi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path? Well, yes, that's my intention. I see. Am I imagining things? His expression just altered a fraction there all of a sudden. Very well. If you have your wish, I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you. Really? The test. We're going down to the test. So, what form will the test take exactly? Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be? Well, defending people, of course. Well said. So, let's have you defend someone. Uh-huh. Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an apt trial about to begin later today. No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news. Today? Straight away? If you manage to secure a verdict and not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler? How do I get myself into these situations? Well, could I ask what sort of trial is it, Lord Strongheart? Yes, good question. I remember. It's a murder trial. A murder? An extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose. That's easy to say. But I should mention, just in case, the defendant is found guilty, he will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment. Capital punishment? He'll be put to death? Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably you read that much in your short C-based introduction to British law. We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life. I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable. But you can't do that, can you? There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose. So the defendant may live or die, depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged. Mr. Naruhodo, you come to me claiming to be a lawyer. If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see that through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen. He's testing my resolve. What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be? What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test? I'll do it. Alright then, if I have to give you a decision now, my answer is I can't do it. I can't get the words out. 15 seconds. Huh. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow. Phoenix in the future be like, I'm taking 50 minutes to answer this one question because I'm really confused. So, it's as I suspected, is it? Sorry? You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see them through. The test is canceled. Thank you for stopping by. Go and acquire your ticket for passes back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over. Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance. Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry, Miss Suzuto. What can I do? It's alright. I understand. You do? It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it. Oh, shit. What are you trying to say, madame?